everyone. Welcome back to the Football Amigos show. It's your boy Mido, and yes, Ayo is back finally. Of course, he shows his face after Arsenal win two back-to-back games, including their cup against Castle Villa, Crystal Palace. Whatever. We're just Amigos. We're just glad he's back. Ayo, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just glad to be back on the podcast. I had to take an impromptu sabbatical. Whether or not the timing of that coincides with
With
Arsenal's
your
recent
team?
performance, I mean, that's for you and the audience to judge. But I'm back now and ready to talk about the greatest team in the Premier
Right. Why is it?
League.
Why is it? I have a question, and amigos, like share, subscribe. Let's ask this question to Ayo. Why is it that when you and Sam, when your teams lose, you all are nowhere to be found? I still come, even when my team loses, aka this past weekend. I still come, get all the banter from you all. You all laugh at me, and I still take it. And then when you all you don't show your face. And I'm noticing the trend, amigos. You gotta let them have it. Absolutely banters them.
I don't know, man. We don't lose so often, so I think it's just correlation. It's not causation. You know how it is now. Yeah,
Yeah,
because your
sure.
team, you have to be on the show, and Man United lose so many times that it just doesn't make sense.
Oh
If
my.
we're scheduling our absences to losses, then we might never see you, and we love your face, Mide. So we're just glad.
Oh, that's fired. That's the iron
Just
we face, amigos.
glad.
That's the iron we face. Amigos, like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Sam is out today, but of course, he will be back. He will be back. I think he's also nursing, unfortunately, Isak's injury. He had a successful surgery today, and hopefully, he comes back fresh from that game. Liverpool beating the Spurs 2-1. I will just jump into that since our amigo IF Sam is in here. Liverpool looked comfortable against Spurs, even though Liverpool played away. Liverpool scored the first goal by Isak. Unfortunately, Isak gets the injury by Van Dijk. I was reading some articles today that Slot was absolutely livid with that tackle, and uh, you know Thomas Frank had to defend him. I don't know what's going on there, but some bantering and back and forth, you know. But to me, it was a 50-50. The leg just strayed there, and unfortunately, it was a broken leg. But again, Liverpool still showed their quality. Second half, Ekitike comes in after that injury. Ekitike comes in, did well, had some chances, finished his goals again. He's on fire right now, and Liverpool looked comfortable. Yes, they brought in Richarlison. Richarlison scores the goal, and then there was some huffing and puffing from Spurs, but again, Spurs not doing well this season. Liverpool looking like they are now settling. I because Sam and I talked about this. They're now settling into that 1-4-2-3-1 formation, and having Soboslai on the right, Gakpo on the left, Florian Wirtz in the middle. I think it's kind of balancing the team very well. And then having Gravenberg and McAllister behind them, I think it's a good balance for Liverpool, and it looks like it's working. They're constantly getting results now. But I would like your thoughts, Ayo, on that game. Do you think it's one of those where Liverpool look like they're back? Can I say that? Or is it just a Spursy situation?
Mide, I really do think I think you're giving too high a praise to Liverpool.
Really?
Um,
You don't think
yeah,
you're back?
I haven't seen a team being more uncomfortable, being one man up since Arsenal versus Chelsea. Mhm. And the amount of progression, the lack of control that Liverpool played with for because Tottenham lost a player in the 33rd minute and then went one further down, and Tottenham almost equalized.
Yes, Xavi got a red card, unfortunately.
Yeah. And so you look at all of these things and you realize that Liverpool are still on shaky ground. I think the performances recently have been better. Remember when I told you Florian Wirtz uh, on the right in the beginning
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Salah?
yes,
It
yes.
took him so long ago
Yeah, he did. He did.
to
He
answer
did.
because it's the obvious thing, right? If you're going to have him, he doesn't have the strength to manage the midfield. and put him on the right and let him come in, give him that free role that you afford Mo Salah and see what he does. Liverpool have a lot of problems, I think. The more I see it, the more I think that they just got it wrong. I think they zigged when the Premier League zagged,
Mhm.
and it went physicality direct, and they went more intricate, and they went more offensive. Like just look at the wing backs they bought, and it looks like initially, I forget the wing back's name.
Frimpong, they played him as the right
No, no, no,
winger. Apparently.
not Frimpong, the other guy on the other side.
Robertson, Bradley,
Kirkus. Yeah, sorry.
Kirk. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirkus, for the last two games prior to this one, he seemed to be coming back into form, and they were using him a little bit better. But since then, he's like in the Tottenham game, I think he reverted back where those spacings were harder to deal with. I think he had a really hard time with Kudos.
I think it
Um,
was too adventurous. I think that was what was happening there.
Yes, I mean, from what I understood of their formations out of late, like I would even say they play a winger now. I think they're playing a 4-4-2 with a diamond midfield,
Hmm.
and the
Yeah.
diamond rotates and pivots, which is why you can have Florian Wirtz and have Slobosai, and they can move in, and then Jones is gonna be the normally is the tip of the diamond, but he swaps with either Wirtz or uh, Slobosai, but towards the end, McAllister came on to be that fourth man. That makes a lot of sense. They are overloaded in quality in the midfield, and they have a crisis of wingers. And so it makes sense that you're playing with that formation, and hopefully, I mean, I guess the entire plan was to have two strikers who would dovetail
Mhm.
with each other with Isak and Ekatike, but obviously we know that's not there. Suffice to say, Ekatike is a stud, brilliant striker, physical specimen, incredible. How old is he? 24?
Yeah.
24, like what he's doing at the highest level in the most competitive league with the fittest, the fastest, and strongest defenders to play with the ease and control that he does. Liverpool have a star in the making. I was also happy to see uh, Isak come into his own. It was good to see him score. I think all the anger is just with the frustration of they're just getting him up to speed, and now they're going to
Mhm.
lose him to the end, probably to the end of the season. You've probably
Yeah.
seen the last of him for the 25-26 season. So I think that's where the slot comments are coming from, and so we
No.
have to give him a little bit more grace because I think it's more deflating. I agree with you. It's a 50-50 challenge. Um, I will say this: Liverpool getting wins, it's good, but it was a shaky win, and I think Slot will see that he's lost Isak now, and I think he should be worried. And I think they need to go out and get a winger as soon as possible.
Really? Not
As
even
soon as
use
possible.
Chiesa.
Sorry?
Not even use Chiesa
As soon as
or
possible.
Ingamoa. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Who would you suggest them by? Because
I
at
mean,
this point, Semenyo is going to Man City, so we heard today.
well, I mean, they said that his preference is Man City, but I don't know if Man City can have
I
space
don't.
for him. Yeah.
Yeah, he won't play. He's
Oh,
not
he
going to
will.
play.
He will.
Really?
Yeah.
He will bounce Turkey
I mean, he's gonna be on the. He'll take priority on the left.
over Dogu.
I I honestly think Semenyo can displace Doku. That's how much I rate him because so
I
Doku
think.
reminds
I
me
think
of
yes. I think
sorry.
because of the goal. Yes, I think because of the goals. Yes.
Yeah, output matters. Output
Okay.
matters. Yeah,
Yeah.
Doku is a great player. I've never seen a player with that one-on-one prowess since like Robben or Messi. Like he is really high there, but his end product is a little bit lacking. He's getting better. He's really young, so we can't
Mhm.
really say too much. However, Semenyo is there where you give him 5 chances, you get three to four goals,
Yeah.
and I think that matters. Yeah,
Yeah. You can see how important it is because even for my boys to look at him and want to change formation because of
Mm.
him. I mean, I don't know if he shows how good he is or how dire we are. Amigos, pick and choose your battles, but
Why
he's
can't
a
it be
good.
both? Yeah.
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if it's both, amigos. Of course, amigos. Like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about that Liverpool versus Spurs. Liverpool, of course, winning that game 2-1. We'll move on to Ayo's favorite team, Arsenal. A narrow 1-0 win against Everton. Tough game, but again, the quality shows. Ayo, first off, how did your talk about your boys' performance in that game?
Mm.
And to me, I think what Arsenal has improved on is their consistency winning this season. I've been very impressed with that, for sure. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, obviously, Chelsea and Aston Villa aside, losing defenders, um, overplaying other defenders, you can see the shakiness in the back starting to show, the lack of
Yeah,
confidence, the lack of composure. And like I said earlier, the Premier League is full of sharks, and if they smell blood, they'll cut you open. Yeah, that's just the game they play. So you can't have any weakness anywhere because it will be exploited. And that's been the case. Wolves was much worrying, much more concerning a game
because
to
it's sad.
watch.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
was
ask you about that.
yeah.
I mean, you could see Rice's reaction when he got substituted. He was very upset, and
Yeah.
what I he heard was he was talking to his teammates like, "We're not playing well. We're not playing well in that game."
He himself did not play well, Joe. He
He
should save
did
his looks and his uh, hand waving for his mirror. You are part of it. Nobody's exempt. You all sucked that day. It was I think it was the worst I've seen Arsenal play in a long time.
it.
And it was like a crisis of confidence of like, okay, where is this Gyökeres experiment going? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm just glad we have Saka. I'm just glad we have someone who could create threat and create moments. Like the two own goals that we got in that game was just the basis of quality that he has in the game. So I was just really, really concerned with after that performance going away to Everton. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I think that 1-0 flattered Everton.
Mm.
I think we did enough to win that game, probably 2 or 3-0. Like, did you see the Trossard chance?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like there really was no reason to miss it. I don't think you can get a better setup. Like, I'm not gonna split hairs. Trossard has been invaluable, this season, but like that was poor. But so in keeping with all of those things that happened, I was like, I was fine. I was really happy that we kept a clean sheet. We took a 1-0 lead to the end of the game, and we didn't capitulate, which looked like something we had done 3 games in a row. We capitulated against Chelsea, capitulated against Aston Villa, capitulated against Wolves, got a lucky last minute win, and we broke that capitulation cycle. So I was happy. I liked everything that happened in the game. Still big concerns about Gyökeres. I do understand that everybody has adjustment periods and times, and it takes a second for chemistry to build with because there's been a lot of injuries,
Mm-hmm.
and so a lot of players haven't been playing together. Like I probably Gyökeres and Odegaard have probably had like 10 training sessions this entire season because Gyökeres has been injured, Odegaard has been injured, and so that lack of chemistry is showing. Him understanding the movements, the runs, how to position himself, and when all of that is not working, his lack of versatility now becomes stark. It almost feels like we're playing with 10 men,
Yeah.
with him, and so he needs to improve. And obviously, as a team, we need to figure out like some chemistry. But I will say this: other than that, I thought the players played well. I was really happy what I saw from Saka as well. I liked what Odegaard did. I think he controlled the game really well. I like some of our patterns. Timber was always a shoe in, and I was surprised by how I was so glad to have Calafiori back to bring a degree of control as well.
Right.
The one thing I will say is we need to score goals. People are always talking about like we're conceding goals or we're conceding last minute goals. If you're 2-0 up, you're 3-0 up, there's no problem. If you've taken all your chances, there is no threat. That last few minutes is textbook. It is a non-issue. There's no point because they can't come back. And so we need to do enough to put daylight between us and teams when we have the chance. Because you can't dominate a team for 90 minutes in the Premier League. I don't believe that's possible. But for the periods that you're dominating, you want to score. A good example is Manchester City versus Crystal Palace, right? Crystal Palace created so many chances to score. They asked a lot of questions of Man City. Man City won that game 3-0 because Crystal Palace not putting their chances away. You put the ball in front of Haaland. Haaland says thank you very much. And we need to get to that level of production. Otherwise,
As well too. He
sorry?
started scoring. Foden.
Foden, yes. And Foden is coming back to form. Shirky is. We all knew what Shirky was last season. We knew him coming in. I was surprised Man City got him for 35 million, but I don't know. That's how they roll. But he's a phenomenal, and he's also hit the ground running. And yeah, plenty of defensive midfielders and defenders are in trouble. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's scary. It's going to be competitive, but that's the same way it was in 22-23. That's the same way it was in 23-24. In a league that has Pep with the full squad, they're always going to be competitive. And so we just have to make sure that we focus on our games and keep on winning. We have Brighton to play next, so that's going to be challenging. However, I'd like to see more goals. But otherwise, the performance kind of put me at ease because the Wolves were so worrisome. The Everton performance, even though it was 1-0, it was a result that I believe flattered Everton more than it said anything about us. Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Interesting. Amigos, like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about that Arsenal versus Everton game. Of course, Arsenal winning that game 1-0. And yes, my boys, we lost again. Losing to Aston Villa 2-1 was a Monday fixture. I'm tired of Mondays, Ayo, by the way. I am tired of playing on Mondays. Jeez. United played well. I will give
Mm.
them that. We had chances, couldn't finish them. And then they get two counterattacks. Morgan Rogers has a worldie. It seems to me that we have a combination of young players that will make mistakes and they
Mm-hmm.
just have to learn from them. But then when you don't, when you're not clinical up top and these things happen, you point more fingers at the mistakes. You don't point fingers at the opportunities you didn't take. And I think it's becoming a common trend with United now where I don't know if it's a quality thing because Amram has changed formation, he has changed style of play. We have more attacking opportunities now. We're just not putting the ball in the back of the net. To make matters worse, Bruno is injured, and I think he's probably going to be injured for another possibly a month to 2 months. Kobe Mino is not going to be available for Newcastle when we play them on Saturday. I don't know what he's going to do with that midfield. Now, Martinez playing midfield did well because he did the simple things very well and consistently. We just need to start putting the ball in the back of the net. And when we have three other players at AFCON that contribute to a lot of our goal scoring opportunities and goals, he has his work cut out for him. And there won't be an excuse if he loses against Newcastle because we are kind of creating a distance for ourselves now with that top four position on the table. And if we don't get Europe this season, we're done for. We absolutely are.
You
I
think so?
understand. Yeah, I think so. I don't think we can survive as a club if we're missing Europe for 2 seasons in a row. It's going to hamper
When
what
when you
players.
say Europe, do you mean Champions League or do you mean like Europa or
Ayo,
UCL?
really? Are you going to ask me that at United's level? We can't.
I'm telling you because like if you told me that Man United is going to get back into the Champions League, even with 5 spots, I'm like that's unlikely. Mhm.
Because of their performance.
Just no, not even their performance, just the strength of the field.
Yeah, the quality is an issue.
Yeah, is I was looking at the fixtures that we have, and I was looking at the next five and the next five, and I was like, every 5 games is
Yeah, yeah, and Ayo, you could not be more right. The hope was to get what 15 points
mhm,
in in 3 games. We're meant to beat Everton.
9 points.
Didn't beat
Sorry, yeah.
9 points. We're meant to beat Everton. Didn't beat them. We beat Wolves. We knew we were going to beat Wolves. Lost to Everton. That's the one that still hurts.
Mm,
Lost to Everton at home. And then Aston Villa, we were hoping, okay, maybe 1-0 win, maybe 1-1. We lost that one again.
mm.
Newcastle isn't going to be easy because they have their full squad ready to play, and Voltemeda is scoring goals. It's not going to be fun if we lose to Newcastle. It's not, because now will now create a bigger gap that we cannot close, and it's either we get better or do something in the transfer window, because we can't keep going this way. Really cannot.
I mean, who are we talking about? Mbuemo, Diallo, Mazurai, um,
Bruno is out.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. It's like that's all we have, which is the issue at hand here.
Your highest producing scorer, your highest producing creator, your Diallo is close second or third. You're gonna struggle. It's just you're
I,
gonna struggle.
I'll let you laugh this time because I laughed at you last week, so you get to laugh.
Why I'm saying it is like we have to be realistic when we're talking about Man United. We have to
Mhm.
be. You can't say that's like saying with Arsenal. I guess we have a deeper squad now,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
do.
like saying like last season you take out Saka, you take out Odegaard. Um, I guess we didn't have a striker, so there's nobody there to take out. But
Yeah, what Havertz?
Havertz was gone for most of last season. I think he only played. Yeah, I think he injured in February. He played like 1 game, and then he came this season and he's gone. So I wouldn't use him. But if he was fit, Havertz, Arsenal would be a completely different team in terms of like guaranteeing wins and guaranteeing goals and guaranteeing chance creations. It's like now you just have to work on like being disciplined, being hard to break down, and looking to counter. Like, and obviously, Aston Villa is a team that will beat you. As Arsenal learned last, what's it called? 2 weeks
Two.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newcastle is a team that can beat you. I think Newcastle, the benefit of Newcastle is they're a very different team away
Mhm.
than they are at home. At home, they're a much trickier opposition. Away, they might play into your hands, but Newcastle can beat any team in the Premier League on any given day.
Yeah.
Is It's one of those things that even with your main squad, there is no guarantee that you can beat a team like Liverpool and I like sorry Newcastle. And I think it's just about the fans being realistic that Man United was what 15th last season.
Mhm.
I think it's very difficult to make the amount of jump that the fans expect in one season. I would see it as a success if he gets to Europa League. So if he
Wow.
can be, Sorry,
with that squad.
with that squad, if it can be 6, 7,
Hmm.
5, you're pushing it. Like 4, I can't even see.
But
Like
that's
I
but
mean,
that's the why that's the goal, and that's why.
it is a goal. But sorry, let me finish. Yeah. Mhm.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
But not in one season. Like I look through my United squad, I see holes still. I mean, I don't know what the wingback situation is, but like you need to get a better class of wingbacks. I don't know what's happening in your central midfield, but you need to go and get an actual what's it called center midfielder who can organize play. Look for Wharton. Look for who Anderson if you can afford him. Like whoever that player is that's going to orchestrate, who can actually dictate tempo. I love Bruno Fernandes. I've always loved him, but only as a 10.
He's a 10. He's a 10. You're right. He's a
Yeah,
10.
and
I'm hearing was about Gallagher and Ruben Neves this January. I don't know how solid that is, but that's
you
what I
need
hear.
you need a physicality. I don't think Gallagher is skilled enough. That's the Chelsea kid, right?
Yes, that
The
yeah,
front.
yeah.
I don't think he's. I don't think he reaches the skill level to run a midfield. So I think that should be a no-no. Neves is. I don't think he reaches the physical level. Like I like Wharton and Anderson because you get the mixture of strength and technique.
Hmm.
And to run a midfield without having that, even for Arsenal, we have Zubi, and every now and then his lack of physicality will show him up, and he's a wonderfully technical player.
But he dictates the
Yeah.
game though. You don't have that.
Yes, so you need to find a player that can do that. However, he needs to also be able to handle the Premier League's intensity. Because you think about the big ones, the really good ones. You think about Rodri. Look how he's built. You think about uh, Liverpool's guy last season, and maybe not this season.
Gavin,
Gravenberch. Like you look at how he's built. You look back to the other guys that used to do that. Fernandinho. You look at like they. You have to be built in a way that can
Caicedo.
handle. Yeah, that can handle that physicality. If you're not, you get overrun. Yeah, and so that's why I wouldn't like recommend Neves. But suffice to say, they got to go find that player. Who that player is, because that's not a Bruno thing. And then more importantly, the wing back. So what I watched in that Aston Villa game is that Aston Villa were comfortable ceding the width to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Because the
They were,
quality wasn't.
and any kind of team like that you play with wing backs, they are there to punish teams that try and stay compact.
Yeah.
And so you give one-on-ones to the best wing backs in the world, like Hakimi, like Nuno Mendes, they'll punish you. You give them space to run into, they'll see you guys later. They're already gone. Like, and they will finish like the best wingers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Go and find those guys because Dogu is not it. He might be a good squad player. I would
Mm-hmm.
say the same thing for Diego Dallo and to some extent Mazraoui. I think I rate Mazraoui a little bit higher than that, but still not quite to that offensive capability. And so you have to go and find them. And so till all those pieces are in place, I don't think you will see a Man United squad that is ready to knock Aston Villa, for example, out of top four, knock Man City out of top four, knock Arsenal out of the top four. I
Mm-hmm.
think Chelsea, there's a team in there. We might laugh at them, but I think there's a team in there, and there's even Sunderland.
Yep. Siddiqui, Javi,
Hmm? That you got,
Lefray,
yeah. So
hardworking.
it's so loaded that you have to really be at your peak, your final stage,
Mm.
before you start seeing those consistent results. I feel very positively about Man United, unfortunately.
And you're not saying that because you're an Arsenal fan and you like our demise. Are you sure?
No. Positively about what the steps Ruben Amorim is taking. So I'm not nearly because I'm watching from the bleachers. I'm not invested in it, so I can watch objectively.
Okay.
And like a lot of these things are just luck. A lot of these things are just moments. Like Bournemouth will score 4 goals against anybody.
Yeah.
That's just the truth of like Morgan Rogers is a problem. He might not be your problem this game, but it's one of those things where it's like we are so stacked with quality where you almost can't take it too personally.
Yeah.
Because there's just one player. We're playing Everton. And I'm looking at it like some of these players are really good, but it's Everton.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at the Barry kid. Like I didn't like him, and I thought he was diving too much, but he has potential, and he plays for Everton. Like there's so many. You must have to take it on the chin. However, I think you guys can. I think you guys can make Europe. I don't think you can make Champions League. And I watched the game too. And if I watched that game as a team that saw how Man United played last season, I'd be very, very happy. Yeah.
Amigos, like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about those three pictures and your reactions to all of them. We appreciate your comments.
Bidays, clear the house, fire all the players, fire the coach,
I didn't know.
fire the kids, man.
The kids man do. What did the kids man do, amigos?
Fire Old Trafford. If I fire Manchester, the city, they don't deserve to be called Manchester. We shall, from now on, refer to them as Salford.
Oh, shots fired. On that note, amigos, like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you in the next content. As always, stay positive, guys.